Hamas offers aid for hostages if Israel halts airstrikes, opens corridors. What if the key to saving lives in Gaza lies not in military might, but in a fragile truce between two enemies? Here's the twist. Hamas has thrown down a conditional offer, allowing aid to reach hostages in its custody only if Israel halts airstrikes and opens permanent humanitarian corridors. But here's where it gets controversial. This proposal comes after a haunting video of an emaciated Israeli hostage, Evyatar David, sparked global outrage and raised uncomfortable questions about the cost of war. Let's unpack the layers of this crisis, where every decision seems to carry the weight of life and death, a desperate bargain. Hamas has stated it's willing to partner with the Red Cross to deliver aid to hostages, but only if Israel agrees to two major concessions: a complete stop to airstrikes during aid deliveries and the establishment of permanent humanitarian corridors. This isn't just about logistics, it's a political chess move. By linking aid to ceasefire demands, Hamas is signaling its leverage over the hostages' survival. Meanwhile, Israel claims that 50 hostages remain in Gaza, with only 20 believed alive. Families of the hostages have been left in the dark, with no access to their loved ones or updates on their conditions. The human toll, in a grim reminder of the stakes. Gaza's health ministry reported that 6 more people died of starvation or malnutrition in the past 24 hours, bringing the total to 175 since the war began. Among the victims were 93 children. International agencies warned that this could mark the beginning of a full-scale famine. Israel, under global pressure, has allowed a limited fuel delivery into Gaza, including 4 UN-fueled tankers to power hospitals, bakeries, and public kitchens. Yet fuel shortages remain dire, crippling medical care and forcing doctors to prioritize only the most critical cases. Airdrops versus ground aid. While Israel has approved airdrops of aid and temporary pauses in fighting, humanitarian groups argue these measures are insufficient. Belgium and France have joined the effort, dropping supplies into Gaza, but UN agencies stress that land-based aid must increase dramatically to feed the 2.2 million displaced people. Here's the rub. Nearly 1,600 aid trucks entered Gaza after Israel eased restrictions in July, but many were looted by desperate civilians or armed gangs. This raises a critical question. Can aid reach those in need without being exploited by chaos and corruption? Subject: casualties and collateral damage. On Sunday alone, Israeli strikes and gunfire killed at least 80 Palestinians, including those attempting to reach aid distribution centers. Tragically, a staff member of the Palestinian Red Crescent was among the dead, struck during an Israeli attack on their headquarters in Khan Yunis. Meanwhile, Hamas faces accusations of using the hostages as pawns. The Hostages Families Forum has condemned Hamas, stating every hostage who dies will be on Hamas's hands. But is this a fair assessment, or does it ignore the complexities of a war that has left no clear winners? The bigger picture. The conflict began with Hamas's October 2023 attack on southern Israel, which killed over 1,200 people and took 251 hostages. Since then, Israeli military actions have claimed over 60,000 Palestinian lives, according to Gaza's health ministry. Now, as the world watches, the debate intensifies. Is Hamas's conditional aid offer a genuine step toward peace, or a calculated move to gain leverage? And how long can the people of Gaza survive without consistent aid when every truckload feels like a gamble between hope and despair? What's your take? Should Israel accept Hamas's terms to save lives, or does it risk emboldening militants? Share your thoughts in the comments, because this isn't just a story of war and aid. It's a test of humanity's ability to choose compassion over conflict. Netanyahu's plea to Red Cross amid hostage crisis in Gaza. Amid escalating tensions, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has called on the Red Cross to assist hostages in Gaza, following public outrage over distressing videos of 2 Israeli captives. Netanyahu accused Hamas of obstructing ceasefire efforts and urged for immediate food and medical aid for the hostages. Thousands protested in Tel Aviv, demanding the release of the remaining Israeli captives in Gaza. The International Red Cross condemned the situation and emphasized the urgent need for intervention. World leaders, including French President Macron and German Chancellor Merz, expressed shock at the hostages' condition. Netanyahu's office denied widespread starvation in Gaza, despite warnings of a looming famine crisis. President Herzog also urged the Red Cross to act swiftly to save the hostages facing a dire health threat.